Today, we're going to dive into a project in Guatemala that is doing something, well, something truly radical. It's a story about healing a forest for sure, but it's also about completely rewriting our relationship with nature, with technology, and with the future itself. So, our story starts right here, in the Maya Biosphere Reserve. I mean, look at this place. It's one of the last great tropical rainforests in Mesoamerica, an ancient sacred land. But for the past 50 years or so, things like unchecked cattle ranching and illegal logging have pushed this incredible ecosystem right to the edge of collapse. And the situation on the ground? It's not just one problem. It's escalated into what you can really only describe as a triple emergency.
Yeah, these three crises are all tangled together. The rapid deforestation of the Maya biosphere is directly tied to a massive housing crisis and the extreme poverty that has a grip on the whole nation. You just can't solve one of these without tackling the others at the same time.
Think about this for a second. 8 million people. That's how many people in Guatemala live in homes that just are not safe enough to withstand natural disasters. That's not just a number on a slide. It's a huge, huge vulnerability for a massive part of the population. And then on top of that, you have 4 million people who are trying to survive on less than $1 a day. When you have that level of extreme poverty, the pressure on the natural world, on the forest, it becomes almost unbearable. And this is where you really see the true cost of it all. This isn't just about losing trees. It's a human crisis. It's a spiritual one. As the forest gets stripped away, so do the livelihoods of the people who call it home. And we lose generations of ancestral knowledge about how to live in balance with this land. It just vanishes. But it is not all bad news. Right in the middle of this crisis, a completely new kind of solution is starting to grow. There's an organization out there building a bridge between a sacred past and a really innovative future.
So let me introduce you to the Chawe Futuro Foundation. Their whole mission is to regenerate the Earth, and they're starting in the Maya Biosphere by weaving together ancient wisdom with what you might call future technology.
And this is their whole philosophy in a nutshell. On one side, you have these deep roots in the ancestral practices of the Maya, things like permaculture, soil care, and community resilience. But on the other side, they are fully embracing cutting-edge tech. We're talking AI, blockchain, even massive 3D printing. It's a pretty powerful combination.
And this quote, I think it just gets right to the heart of their entire approach. For them, this isn't about resource management, it's a sacred duty. The forest is a living thing that needs to be healed, not just, exploited more efficiently.
Okay, so that's the big idea, but how do you actually make something that ambitious happen on the ground? Let's break down their actual plan.
Their model really breaks down into 4 clear steps. First, reforest the land with native species. Second, build these incredible, innovative, regenerative villages. Third, use smart tech to watch over and protect the forest as it comes back to life. And finally, you have to fund the whole thing. And they're doing that with a whole new kind of circular economy.
So let's zoom in on those villages for a sec, because this part is wild. They are literally using huge 3D printers to build schools and clinics out of adobe, which is just local clay and sand. These buildings are powered by solar, and the schools teach everything from agroecology and Maya wisdom to AI and blockchain.
And this is where that future tech really comes into play, but for protection. They're using drones and AI, not for profit, but to act as guardians of the jungle. They monitor the health of the trees they've planted, they track wildlife as it returns, and they even use sensors to get early warnings for wildfires.
Right, but a project this huge needs money. A lot of it. So how do they fund all this incredible work without just relying on donations year after year?
Now, they're using blockchain in a really fascinating way. And I know what you might be thinking. NFTs? But forget all the hype. In this project, an NFT is super simple. It's basically a digital deed that represents a real, specific piece of restored forest. And when you sponsor one, you can actually track its data, like tree growth and how much carbon it's capturing, transparently on the blockchain.
And those sponsorships, they're just one piece of the economic puzzle. They also bring in money by selling extra solar energy, local products like fruit and honey, and even by creating educational video games. The whole system is designed to be self-sufficient for the long haul.
So this is already making a huge difference on the ground, but honestly, their vision is so much bigger than just the borders of Guatemala. And they've got the numbers to prove it's working. I mean, to date, they've already reforested over 500 hectares of land and planted more than 75,000 native trees. This isn't just some plan on paper.
It's happening right now.
And this right here, this is the real game changer. Every single part of this model, the 3D printed buildings, the monitoring software, the community economy, it's all designed to be a blueprint. It's a template that can be picked up, adapted, and used in other vulnerable ecosystems all over the globe.
And at the end of the day, this is what it's all about. It's about restoring a world where incredible, endangered species like the jaguar can thrive again. But it's also about empowering the local communities to become the guardians of that restoration, creating a future where both people and nature can flourish together.
It really leaves you with a powerful question, doesn't it? By blending the deepest ancestral wisdom with our most advanced tools, Chawe Futuro is proving that regeneration on a massive scale is actually possible. So if they can do it here, where can we take this blueprint next?